Okay, so let's add in a placeholder. We'll do a cube for now. So we'll add that in, reset the position, and just place him beside the player. Now let's add in a script, and we'll call this player attack. Now we need to set up an event to trigger our attack script, so we'll do that from the animation itself. I'll go over to the animation window, and I'll make sure to have the attack swing selected. Let's zoom into the axe. Actually, we'll look at it from the game perspective, and I'll just move in the timeline and detect when I want this attack event to trigger. So probably when the axe is somewhere mid through, so something like this. And then I'll drop down an event. So the event is looking for a function to call from one of the components we have attached to our object. So let's go ahead and add a function to our new attack script. And then I'll go ahead and drag this component onto the axe. And now I can go back to the event and select attack. So what we will do is when the attack event occurs, we'll do a sphere cast, which creates a sphere at a point that we specify and checks if it has intersected any enemies or game objects. So let's begin by adding an empty game object, and we'll drag it onto our axe and we'll reset its position. And now we just need to drag it so that it lines up with the axe head, or the blade in this case. And so we'd get a sphere cast, and we'll adjust its size so that it matches the axe head. And the first thing we need in our code is a reference to the point where we want to spawn the sphere. So I'm going to add that now and call it attack point. And next we're going to access the static physics class, which gives us overlap sphere. And by calling that and passing in a origin position as well as a radius, it gives us back all the objects that were hit. And so as a quick test, I'm just going to loop through all of the hits and debug log the names. And so now in Unity, if we walk up to an object, we should get the name inside the console. So any object that has a collider. Now there is just a slight problem. Because our attack animation is set to ping pong, our attack event will get called twice in one attack. And so we'll have to deal with that in a bit.